tickets are 2 adults and how many children they have, but the children have to be 18 years or younger. Okay, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, auntie, uncle, whoever, and the children 18 years or younger, and you get free tickets to go in. And the date is July 20th through August 4th, and they have a little map on the back of the ticket to tell you where it is, and the phone lines are open at 888-909-1050. Again, that number is 888-909-1050. So start calling in. You could win tickets to the Wizard of Oz and the whole family, which is really fun. It's an outdoor event, and it's in the evening, and what a nice way to spend a summer evening is out in the park watching the Wizard of Oz and letting the children have a good time. So give us a call at 888-909-1050. The phone lines are open. Give us a call and you can win some free tickets. And you can pick the tickets up here at the station from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can pick up the tickets from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday right here at the station. So give us a call and see what happens. And Eric is on the phone, so while we're going down, we are waiting for 2 other people to call in. But, you have something you want to talk about? Call me. 888-909-1050. And that's about it for that. And again, the tickets for the Wizard of Oz, 888-909-1050. Another good tip I have for you for the summertime, when you're going grocery shopping, go as early in the morning as possible, or late in the evening, one or the other. And when you go shopping, instead of using just the regular paper bags or the plastic bags, here's a really good tip. I do this all the time, no matter where I am. Get the bags that are insulated. You can put your milk, all your dairy products, all your meats, all your vegetables in these bags, and they will stay cold. And if you are going to make a big haul at the market or where Sam's Club, wherever you're going to be going, have a cooler in the back of your car, and you can get them frozen ice. You put them in the freezer, and they freeze up, and you can put them in there, and they don't melt. And then all your stuff will stay nice and fresh. Nothing will start melting or running away or getting nasty in your travels from the store to your home. And that's a good tip. Yeah, try it and tell me what you think. Yes, and Eric is still on the phone. And then also another good tip, no matter what you're going to be doing, try to do it first thing in the morning. Yeah, it's so much fun, so easy, so calm, and I just absolutely love it. And also, I talked to Dr. Bombay, and their new CD will be coming out pretty soon. As soon as I get more information, I will let you know about that. And yes, Eric, who is on the line, please?
We have Bob Ritter, not Bob Hicks, but Bob Ritter from Junior University Theater. I made a goof, and when I was calling, they kept connecting me to Bob Hicks, who has no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, you got the right person. Thank you. Hey, Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing just great, and I'm sorry there was confusion. There are 2 Bobs here, and I didn't think to tell you otherwise.
Don't worry about it. Hey, we got you on the phone now. That's all that matters, right?
Here we are.
Yeah, and I was talking about the tickets, and I gave out the toll-free number already for people to call in. So would you explain to us more about The Wizard of Oz, please?
I would love to. The Wizard of Oz is a show that's being performed by Junior University Musical Theater starting on Friday, the 20th of July, running for 2 weeks, closing on the 4th of August. We are dark on Mondays, however, so don't try and come on Mondays. It is at Paris Hill Park in San Bernardino. Roosevelt Bowl is an amphitheater that we've been utilizing for a great many years. Our first show in Roosevelt Park was, or Roosevelt Bowl, that is, was in 1965. We had a couple of seasons before that in other smaller venues, But we've been in the bowl since 1965, and the Wizard will be our 50th anniversary show. So it's been a while. Junior University is a teaching group which helps young people from about 9 or 10 years old all the way up through high school, college, and maybe even a few who have snuck in beyond that age to learn more about musical theater. It's a wonderful opportunity for them, and what's really nice is it presents a wonderful opportunity for people like us to watch the show, because these are very well-produced shows, and they are very well received. We'll probably have about, over the years, we've ranged anywhere from about 9,000 or 10,000 to about 15,000 people in any given season seeing the show. And I have yet to see anybody that I've talked to who walked away saying, boy, I hated that. They all love it, and it's great.
Well, I am so glad about that. Now, let's back up. When you said this was the 50th, just out of curiosity, how old is the witch now?
Well, you know, this particular witch is not quite 50 years old. We have a new cast every year, and sometimes there's a large percentage of people who have come back from the prior year, but there's always a significant number of new people. And most of our cast members are in the 10-year-old through high school, college age. And in this particular show, we have a number of the younger ones who are playing Munchkins. Go figure, they make great Munchkins. You won't recognize them, though, not unless you know them very well, because the costumes and the makeup is just done so well that it's just fun to watch. The witch is also very well made up. You would never know, looking at her in costume with makeup, who she was. I certainly wouldn't. I was at the at a rehearsal last evening, watching the witch performing a part of her act while I was doing something else, and had been there on a few days earlier taking some of the pictures that we take for publicity when she was all made up. And I'll tell you quite frankly, I wouldn't have known it was the same person. And I know these kids. So it's really a fun show, and great makeup, great scenery. The scenery is wonderfully done this year by Larry Purple, who is our scenic designer and also our makeup person. So he's got both of those tasks. Thankfully, he got done with the scenery before he had to start on the makeup.
Well, that's a good thing to know. It's always easier to do the scenery and all of that before you get onto the makeup.
You bet it is.
And while you're on the phone, folks, again, you were hearing me earlier. If you would like to get free tickets to this fabulous event, the number is 888-909-1050. Again, that number is 888-909-1050. And everyone in that organization was nice enough to give us tickets to give away. And like Bob was saying, it's from July 20th through August 4th. And the ticket is for one family, 2 adults, and their children, but the children have to be 18 years or younger. And call in, and you can give us your name, come down to the station Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and pick your tickets up, and there you go. That's all you got to do.
And you will enjoy.
Oh, they will. And the other thing I'm very excited about this one is my grandson, Michael Anthony, is part of your group this year.
Ah.
Yeah, so
that know the connection there.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And he is so excited about this. It's not even funny.
Well, you know, as the kids are exposed to this beforehand, it's really wonderful to watch them grow into it. My own son, I had one son who was involved on stage, and he started watching these shows. We started him watching these shows as soon as he was old enough to be carried. So he wasn't even a year old when he saw his first show. and he could not wait until he was 10 years old. At that time, he had to be 10, until he could audition. He was in a couple of shows, and in fact, his first show was The Wizard of Oz 20 years ago.
No kidding.
Absolutely. He was in the 30th anniversary show. He went on and did some other things, and he's now living out of state in Texas, so it's tough for him to commute. But he just loved it. And then I watched my granddaughter, who is 6 right now, and she goes down there every once in a while to sit and just watch rehearsal, and she is just rapt with attention. She is glued to her seat. You know how 6-year-olds are. It's not easy to keep them in place unless they're really, really interested in something.
And it's even hard for adults at 60 years old to stay in their seats for a long period of time.
But this show will do it.
They will. And again, it is at Paris Hill Bowl on 1001 East Highland Avenue in San Bernardino. And each performance, it's 8:15 p.m. So call in for your tickets at 888-909-1050. And Bob, thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate it. And is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
I would only say that this is just a magical time. These shows are a little bit different. In fact, Billy Dixon, the author of these shows, always puts a twist in. And in this case, I'll let you watch and see. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But this is just a little bit different from The Wizard You Know. And nonetheless, it is every bit as good as you would ever have wanted, and probably better than you would expect. It's wonderful.
And what a lovely way to spend an evening in the summertime with your whole family.
You are absolutely right.
Now, one question I wanted to ask, I was asked this earlier, and so I need to know the answer. Since it's an outdoor performance, is one allowed to bring in snacks or bottled waters?
Yes. The only thing that we frown on, quite frankly, is cigarettes, because there is no smoking in the bowl.
Right.
And, no alcohol. But certainly water, coolers are seen quite frequently. There is a snack bar. If you don't bring your own, we can supply it. But if you wish to bring your own coolers, if you want to bring dinner, we have people who bring in pizzas and have dinner while they're sitting there. All of that is acceptable.
That is so nice. And again, that phone number for free tickets is 888-909-1050. Give us a call, and you can get free tickets for you and your family. And, Bob, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bev. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, and I'll see you at the theater.
I'm sure you will.
Okay, hon. Thank you.
Good night.
Okay, good night. Bye-bye. Well, that was really nice, guys. And, it's a fantastic thing to go out and do, to spend an evening with your family away from the television or movie or the video games. And like Bob was saying, you can bring your cooler with your snacks, even a pizza. Hey, I think I'm going to bring a pizza. That sounds pretty good right now. And so come on down and win your tickets and go to the theater with us. And I want to see what that Wizard of Oz is going to do. My curiosity has the best of me. Yes, and Eric, again, is busy on the phone with our next caller. And, ooh, you should see him. It looks funny what he's doing. But anyways, let's keep on moving along here. Another good tip that we have for the summertime. When you go and you're going to wear flip-flops, put some cream on your feet. You know why? Because think about it. When you're walking, the heat from the pavement will heat up the bottom of your flip-flop or your sandal. It will heat up the bottom of your foot. If you have some cream on it, it doesn't happen.